Well, let's get more on the issue of domestic violence from a women's rights advocate, Bose Ironsi, who joins us on the program. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
Well, you've heard about the case of 22-year-old South African Karabo Mokoena, who was allegedly murdered and burnt by her boyfriend in South Africa. Have you ever dealt with such cases of brutal domestic violence here in Nigeria?
Well, there are several cases of violence against women that are happening in Nigeria. I may not have personally dealt with some of them, but I have participated in advocacy to make sure that some of them get justice. However, I want to say that domestic violence is on the increase because people are not feeling very comfortable to report this violence. But however, I think that in this particular case, the South African girl that was murdered by her boyfriend, burnt alive, it's a case that has also happened severally in Nigeria, where there is issues of acid bath. You have had issues of, if you remember the case of husband and wife, who killed the wife and murdered the wife and went to burn the wife. There are too many unreported cases. So I think that everywhere you have issues of violence against women taking place, and they are seriously under repression.
Now, there are instances where women face abusive relationships, but they refuse to leave the relationship in spite of being abused. What are the factors that make them hold on to such relationships?
Society, families. The society will not be happy with a woman who lives an abusive relationship. They will tell her, go back, that is how your father, your great-grandfather has been. Patriarchy, where we celebrate men who are able to deal with their wives. We believe that when you beat a woman and you caution her, that is a way of being a man. And even when the women want to go have dealt with several cases of women who are abused, and I can see that this woman is going to die in the next minute if she doesn't leave that relationship. She tells you, she goes to her family and the family says, go back. A woman must suffer when you are married. Marriage is not a prison yard. It's not a place where you should suffer. But we are made to understand women that tell you, your great-grandfather did this to us and all that. And of course, the reason we also believe that for a marriage to be successful, it has to be how much pain, how much suffering the woman is able to take while she's in that relationship. And so nobody, the success is about the man being responsible, about the man not being a head, but a responsible head. And that you are a man, not because you are being the bright side of a woman, but because you are able to maintain your home and keep your home. So the responsibility and everything is kept on the woman. And rearing of the children also kept on the woman. So that is why you see some women are sitting down in one place in an abusive relationship. They cannot move out because they have nowhere to go. And of course, economic empowerment is one of the issues. Most women are disadvantaged economically. So they cannot even fend for themselves when they are living in a relationship where it is being abusive. So those are factors. The society, the family, you need to come to terms with the fact that you don't have to live in an abusive relationship to be a successful marriage in.
Well, in 30 seconds, Mrs. Ironsi, we usually hear about women being victims of domestic violence, but have we heard of men who are also victims of domestic violence? In 30 seconds, please.
Yes, you have men who are also victims of domestic violence, especially younger ones. And I want to say that the reason why we are beginning to see men now coming out is because we are able to tell the men that you can also cry. We raise our men, our boys, to be macho men, not to cry, not to react to it. And so, what you see is that if a man comes out to say that I have been baptized, they see that man as a victim, as somebody who is not able to, you are not standing like a man. So, yes, more messages we know that we have done a lot of psychological thinking to say that I need to come out of and say something. But I think that is good because so that people will know that relationship is not about one person taking the blame. Relationship is about people feeling the way they feel and expressing themselves. But expression should not be about battery. It's not about business. I have records of men who walk up to me and say, I'm in a relationship, my wife is aggressive, my wife is this and all that. But I must say that we have more women who are vulnerable to abusive relationships than we have men.
The women's rights advocate Bossa Irosi, thanks for sharing your thoughts with us on Network Africa. Well, elsewhere, about 72 Africans, including 5 Kenyans, have been deported from the U.S. over immigration issues. Kenya's privately owned Star newspaper reports that the rest of the deportees are from Somalia. The group arrived at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in Kenya's capital, Nairobi, this morning. In January, 2 Kenyans and 90 Somalis were also deported from the U.S. for immigration reasons. The U.S. President Donald Trump has promised to crack down on illegal immigration into the U.S. And 8 people have been admitted to hospital following an anthrax outbreak in Kiambu County in central Kenya. Health officials in the country have closed down the abattoir where the outbreak is thought to have started. The patients, all male, have been isolated and are being treated after showing symptoms similar to those of victims who have contracted anthrax. The local veterinary department has ordered that no animal should leave the area as the government tries to contain the spread of the disease. Anthrax is a bacterial disease that affects mostly sheep and cattle, typically affecting the skin and lungs, but it can be transmitted to humans. It's curable in human beings when detected early. And the Somali government and its foreign backers have agreed on a plan to try to strengthen the country's army so that it can take over the fight against Al-Shabaab militants from overstretched African Union troops. British Foreign Minister Boris Johnson told a London conference that the scheme will give Somali forces clarity over command and control, making them more effective. The African Union troops have reclaimed most of Somalia's main towns and cities from Al-Shabaab since they helped drive the Al-Qaeda-linked insurgents out of the capital, Mogadishu, in 2010. But the soldiers from Kenya, Ethiopia, Uganda and other states are due to start leaving in 2018, and Islamist militants still manage to launch regular deadly attacks in the capital and beyond. Still to come on Network Africa, our Africa Tech segment takes a look at a new invention in Nigeria called Zero Electric Air Conditioning. Please stay with us.